I'm Cristina Howorun outside of the Toronto South Detention Centre, where, according to staff and the union, up to 40 officers were off on paid suspension earlier this year. Now, their reasons were varied, but many of them didn't even know why they were being sent home while they were being investigated by the ministry. But one thing's for certain, taxpayers were picking up the tab.
There is no sort of rhyme or reason to the duration of these suspensions. Some very few end relatively quickly, but most of them just drag on for months and months and months.
Numbers obtained by CityNews through a Freedom of Information request reveal that on January 31st, there were 49 officers off on paid suspension, 2 of them for over a year. And while many of those officers are now back at work, there are swaths of new ones off the job.
Anytime somebody is suspended, there's certainly an impact on the amount of people that we have at work. It can affect morale issues. As
of August, there were 34 officers on leave, 14 of them from the Lindsay jail, and they've been on leave since December. That's when inmate Solomon Fakiri died while restrained in segregation. Now, not all of those officers were there when he died, but they've been off for the past 10 months, costing taxpayers over $800,000 in wages so far.
Think about how long our investigations are going on. There certainly needs to be some review of this process, and ultimately, I think third-party oversight.
The investigators can look into any allegation of a policy breach, especially excessive uses of force and in-custody deaths. They ultimately report to the ministry, and OPSU, the union representing correctional officers, says that's part of the problem.
We've long said that we need third-party oversight, being similar to the SIU. The way it's set up now, we have the ministry investigating the ministry, and it's taking far too long.
We asked the ministry why investigations took so long and what the exact process is for investigations. They didn't respond to those questions, but in a statement say any decision to suspend a ministry staff member pending the outcome of a workplace investigation is not taken lightly.
The employer will always say when someone is placed on administrative leave, they'll always say that it's non-disciplinary suspension, but it is punitive.
And a burden for taxpayers. Correctional officers earn a base salary of about $70,000 a year, or about $5,400 a month. While they're being investigated, taxpayers pick up the tab for their salary and any additional overtime hours needed to backfill their posts. Now, Ontario's correctional system is about to undergo a massive transformation, but it's unclear if a more cost-efficient and more timely investigative process will be part of the legislation that's expected to be tabled later this fall.